I think your Trump and your Regis have always sounded similar.
And you're a woman who's never seen my Regis. Okay?
And now, Cheez Wits.
Whoa.
Hello.
Hello.
Why do we
Wait,
match?
Chris,
That's weird.
Oh my God. Are you wearing gray sweats?
I'm not wearing gray sweats. Chris, are you wearing gray sweats?
I'm not wearing gray sweats, Jess. Wally, are you wearing gray sweats?
I am wearing gray sweats.
Well.
Jess was just noticing that we both matched our shirts. What color shirt are you wearing?
I'm wearing a green mint hoodie.
Oh, you didn't get the memo.
No, I did not.
On Mondays, we wear maroon.
Right. And we drink mint tea. He got it messed up because I'm drinking mint tea.
And you just need to stop trying to make fetch work, Jess.
Jess is having tea as well.
I'm drinking green tea. So I guess it kind of all works out.
I know.
I'm drinking iced tea that's maroon. Hey.
This is going to be a stupid show. I can tell already.
Yeah. It's already devolved.
We've already got nothing.
Here's something.
Do you want to, that's say I've got something too. So go ahead.
Go ahead. You go first.
No, that's okay. I'm going to be in a bad cell zone for a sec. You go ahead.
Okay. So, I, as you know, I have had a lot of issues with muscle and arthritis and I've mentioned it a lot of times. So I was investigating my medications, and I take a high blood pressure medication as a preventative, and I take a cholesterol as a preventative, both because I have heart disease, yada, yada. And then I take a couple of other things. Well, I'm doing the research on these medicines now with side effects. Muscle and bone ache and it gives a very percentage. It's a small percentage, but it's very high, very intense muscle aches, weakness, joint aches, and back problems with 3 of the medications. And the new P medication, same thing, says, a lot of back pain with this. So I've just sent my doc a note saying, listen, let's get off this shit, because I've been complaining for over a year to her about fucking hell. And it really came to a head. I was in the Shaws on Saturday, and my shoe was untied. And I put my foot, I lifted my leg, put my foot up on the bench. There's a bench, an indoor bench next to the exit. And I got it up there, which wasn't difficult. I could not, because the pain was too fucking severe. I could not bend forward to tie my shoe because it fucking hurt so much.
Back pain is
in my hip and back.
The worst.
It was unbelievable.
And it never occurs to you how many movements your back is involved in until you have something like that.
Yeah, it was an unbelievable, excruciating pain. And then my hip was hurting. So I sat on the bench. And because my hip was hurting so much, I had to physically lift my leg up onto my leg, do a cross thing to tie my shoe because it hurt so fucking bad. I could not lift it up on my own.
I remember the first time I had a sciatic attack, I had no idea what was going on, but I was trying to go to the chiropractor because all I knew was back pain chiropractor.
Right.
This is not a thing I would do today because I know better. But at the time, I was trying to go to the chiropractor. And I got in my car and I reached to close the car door, and the pain shot through me. And I just sat there sobbing in the middle of the parking lot because I couldn't get out of the car, and I couldn't close the car door, and I couldn't get to the doctor, and it just hurt so bad.
And you were probably not. You were probably several years younger than you are now.
Yes.
I'm doing the math and being the really genius kind of guy I am. If it happened, so you were younger. Yes. So it's
it was about 20 years ago.
How many?
20.
Oh yeah. So it's not something you expect in your 30s, right? That's not something you're expecting. If that pain happened today, you'd be like, fucking age, it sucks.
No, it does happen today. Now I know what it is though.
Right. Well, but if it was your first time happening today, you'd be like, fucking,
Yeah.
man, it sucks getting older. But when you're 30, you're like, what the fuck is this
And
mess?
I do have pain in my hips and my knees lately, and I feel like it probably is an age thing.
It probably is, Jess, because hips don't lie.
True. Thank you, Shakira.
Yeah. So I'm just really fucked. So I'm going to cut back on my medicine. I've sent the note to my doctor asking her to prescribe me either a lower dose or some alternatives to the only one I'm really worried about is the blood pressure medicine, because that's the only one that I really need as a preventative, because that has nothing to do with diet or anything. It has to do with my heart's a fucked up mess because of birth. Blah.
Well, but there are other blood pressure medicines. So.
Right. That's what I'm asking her, either let's cut this one in half, or can we find something different, or find me some natural. So give me some suggestions for naturally taking care of shit. Because I've never had high cholesterol or anything like that. Because even though I love to fucking eat, I also eat a lot of the right foods. I just eat a lot of garlic and olive oil and things that help with cholesterol and that kind of shit. Not on purpose, because I like it. I like it a lot. And tomatoes.
I'm hoping that my interjection got in there. So, because from what it would sound like to anybody, yeah, Wally, cock. And he says, oh yeah, I love it. I love it a lot. Make that your ringtone. Chris Roth says cock, and I love it.
I love cock. Yeah. So there's something I've decided to do. Okay, I'll back away. Chris, what do you got?
So my head's been congested lately. Jenna had, not strep, but she just had a head thing and she had to go on an antibiotic or whatever. So of course I got it, figuring we share the same bed and suck each other's tongues. Right. So, I blew my nose.
I blew my neighbor.
Yeah, I blew my neighbor just for fun. I blew my nose on Saturday morning when I got out of bed. I mean, it's crusty booger time. And I'm like, oh. Wally, I blew a booger out of my left eye. Okay, now I didn't know this was possible, but a booger flew out of my left eye.
That's a lie.
No, go look at Google. I'll wait.
For real? That can't be true. You blew a snot out of your eye.
I mean, I guess they're connected, but I've never heard of things. I've heard of things going, like when you put eye drops in your eyes, you can, sometimes it goes down the back of your throat.
Your nails,
they do. They go down the back of my throat.
I've never heard of anything going the opposite direction, though.
And apparently it's a thing. And now the last 2 days, I've woken up with a mucousy crust over my left eye that, like, it's hard to open my eye.
What the fuck?
So I'll be going to the eye doctor next Thursday, because that's the earliest that my doctor could fit me in.
Well,
and I'm like, so is this something that's normal? Well, I've certainly heard of it happening, honey, and we'll take a look at you when you get here. All right, thank you.
Unbelievable. So here, can you see? This is Tangerine, Barn Kitty. She is now in the house.
Oh,
as I said. And we've brought her downstairs so she can get acclimated. She loves Henry. Her and Henry, she rubs up against him, even though she's still in this room. Our other cat does not like her at all. She does not want anything. She's tiny. See how tiny she is? So, Chris.
Just a baby.
Really? What was it like?
You can't make this shit up. I mean, it was a green booger that came out of my eye.
So, yeah. Do you feel like your eye socket is, or your eyeball has changed shape?
So on Saturday, I couldn't see clearly. And I was like, God almighty. And I laid like a wet compress over it. And to be this asshole, I had a compress on it and my reading glasses on to hold them in place while I slept. Yeah. And I woke up and I can see, it's just a weird feeling, but I've got this crustiness over my eye. And, it's not like typical, eye boogers. It was totally something else. So I can't wait to see the doctor, but it is absolutely possible to do.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like if there's anybody who's going to find that out,
It's going to be me.
it's going to be you.
Yeah. Yeah. But we found a beautiful
Probably right.
house, though.
Did you?
Oh, you did?
Found a beautiful house. We're just waiting for Silver Spring to close, which it should this Friday. And then I've got 45 days to put the money somewhere else. And this place in Brunswick, it's a short sale, so it's bank owned. But it's $550. It is a beautiful house. You come in, it's got, front, obviously, with a little porch out there. You come in through the back where the 2-car garage is, and you come right into your kitchen. Downstairs, there's an office, fully finished basement. Middle level kitchen with 2 ovens, which my mother said, you don't even use 1 fucking oven. Why do you need a second? So 2 ovens, and the exit to the garage. And then upstairs via the stairwell on the right, there is 2 small bedrooms, 1 big bedroom, the master with the soaking tub and all that sort of shit. You come back down the steps, you walk to the other side of the kitchen. There's another stairwell up to an in-law suite, which is a huge bedroom and a master bath inside of that.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
You fancy.
Great.
Yeah. It's like 4,200 square feet. It's more room than I'll ever need, but it's like, for the price. Shannon's like, well, why don't we just get a townhouse? It's because I'm not paying $560 for 1,200 square feet.
Right.
No.
Okay.
And to hear your fucking neighbor next door fucking
Exactly.
getting in a fight or a row.
No, never
or
again.
Somebody
Yep.
or screaming kids. And man, I am quite envious of the cost of housing in the more southern part of this country. You could not buy that. You couldn't fucking buy a house like that up here.
Exactly. And listen, the $550 that I'm paying, and by the way, Jess, it's in Brunswick.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Okay, I did
Which,
say Brunswick. Okay.
By the way,
So-
like in Frederick, that's what you're paying for a 2-bedroom townhouse.
Exactly. And the same house that we were looking at in Brunswick, you take the same house, you put it in Lake Linganore, 20 minutes away, and it's $900,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang.
I mean, that's an
Yeah.
expensive area to live just because it's so close to DC.
Exactly.
But that's not a terrible price for that house in that area.
Sounds like
And it's beautiful too.
It's in good condition.
Oh, it's great. It built in 2017.
Okay.
Oh, it's
That's
not even
fantastic.
broken in.
You better buy that shit up fast.
That's an investment.
Waiting on the bank. Just waiting on the bank to do their thing too.
You didn't tell your parents it has an in-law apartment, did you?
No, I have not. I said that I used the words because I will always tell my parents the truth. Okay?
Right.
Even if I have to rationalize it
Of
a
course.
little bit. And they asked about, well, what's that other stairwell? Oh, that is to extra living space. So if I had used the words in-law suite, believe me, Queen Mary Drive would have been on the market today.
Yeah.
Okay. And they would have been ready to fucking go.
Bring their hoard all the way into your finished basement.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Lord. You'd have boxes and boxes and boxes of old everything.
And boxes of old shit. Okay.
Yeah.
My dad, which I've made the joke before that, he kept my sister's old tampons and called them period pieces. Okay. And, there's just so much shit in that house. By the way, and I saw my sister yesterday for the first time in a little bit, and she's down to 78 pounds. And, but she's just as chipper as ever. She's sitting there and the conversation begins, well, I'm glad you came over because I'm waiting to die. All right, Diane. That's, yeah.
What affliction does she have?
She's got multiple cancers. It's some sort of carcinogenic something or other, and it's very rare.
So there is no fix.
No, nothing. And it's metastasized to like 6 other places. Yeah. So she's not long for the world at all. And she knows it. And she's giving me specific things that she wants plated or funerals. Now, listen, I can't trust dad or mom to get everything, taken care of. So you're going to have to take care of the music. And what am I going to say to my sister? No, you're fucking dumb. Okay. You just let her fucking talk. Let her fucking talk. Like, now, on my way out, I want the pink fur-lined casket. And I want, on my way out of the church, I want to hear Kate Smith singing God Bless America. Okay. Well, whatever you want, we'll take care of it. Whatever you think is right. whatever you want. Meanwhile, she's getting the fucking, him 37, whether she likes it or not.
Sounds like you're doing a road show.
Mhm.
Exactly.
You gotta get
Exactly.
a DJ kit.
Yeah, Ringling Brothers and Gooch. Okay, that's what we're looking at.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's my sister. No new news from her.
No.
So I have no. I have no competing news. You win on the sister story this week.
Thank you. Thank you. That's good. That's good. I assume I'll win one more week when she's finally dead.
Well, that could be a race to the end.
You're telling me.
Sister's going.
Oh, and my parents were talking in the bowling alley today. I went up to see him, and we're talking about the house and all this other shit. And Dad's trying to plan out the estate and all that stuff. It's, well, since your sister won't be around, and you remember The Sopranos?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Tony's mom.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
So Livia's sitting at the table.
She was like,
Okay. And my dad says, well, your sister's not going to be around. And immediately my mother, like Olivia Soprano. It was right out of the textbook. My dad's like, oh, I didn't mean to upset you. I didn't upset you. Always upset me, John. I mean, that was out of the fucking book.
That's great.
Today is my son's birthday.
Happy birthday,
39.
Ryan.
39.
Wow.
Can you fucking hell?
I would suck a dick to be 39 again.
I would too. Jess didn't like dick sucking even when she was 39. She
No.
doesn't give a shit. I don't want any part of it. But the thing is, I did not. Okay, so I did remember it was his birthday. I didn't realize today was the 13th. And so when I got a reminder from Facebook that it was his birthday, I was like, oh, fuck.
Didn't that happen to you with Jody's birthday as well?
No, never would. Oh, yes, it did. Yes,
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was the day. I know when everybody's birthday is. I just didn't realize the day had arrived.
And wish Jody a happy Labor Day for us, okay?
Yeah, I had not realized it arrived. I was like, oh, shit.
Mm.
And, so then you have to send the text. And then Jody, I called, did you get a card? And yada, yada, yada. And we don't gift anymore. He's 39. I mean, you cannot get your 39-year-old son.
Yeah, you know what? Look, I'm 49, and my parents have been consistent. Every year since I turned 21, I get a card that has money in it, and it's not huge money. It's a tank of gas.
Right.
It's a card and $50. This year I got 100 somehow, but
Wow.
it's usually a card and $50, and then random shit. Like one year I wound up with the card and $50 and chloroseptic. Okay.
Chloroseptic.
Yeah.
That's the worst of the lozenges.
I know. And it wasn't the lozenge. It was the spray. It was the straight out spray.
Oh, no. Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get the pill box one year too. That was great.
A pill box.
Like
the 7 day.
The day of the week pill box?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I have
That's
one
how
of
you
those.
know you're getting old.
Yep.
I have one of those. I have the 2-week pill box.
See?
Yeah, I do have it. I have the pill box, and I don't even fill it. Jody fills it because she worries that I'm going to put the wrong meds in. I'll be taking 4 of one kind, and I'm just careless about it. I don't give a shit. Hey, what about these fucking fires and the way people are talking about people in California? What the fuck is going on?
I had a friend that just went out there not to fight the fire, thank God, but he left. My boss left Alabama today. Him and another engineer to go keep some station in Malibu on the air.
Yeah, the company I work for is based in LA, and so we have several coworkers there.
Yeah, I fucking lived right, as you know, I lived right on Hollywood Boulevard, and I was in the fucking hills all the time. I spent a year basically, in the Hollywood Hills. Didn't live far from the Capitol building. I lived on the same street, obviously. And
So were you turning tricks under the O or the W?
I was an H.
Okay.
No, so but I noticed that some people are getting pissed off because celebrities have started. I guess somebody started a GoFundMe for their in-laws, and they're outraged because look at these fucking rich people starting GoFundMe.
I've seen idiots on social media talking about, what are you crying for? You're rich. You can afford to replace everything.
They're not rich.
Yeah. You know what I saw that I just think was amazing? Two parts of this are amazing. One, have you seen all of the footage of Steve Guttenberg running around LA?
And nobody knew who the fuck
Nobody knew who the fuck he was because they've got 20-year-old reporters out there and he hasn't done a movie in 30 years. But he's out there like talking to the reporters saying, hey, if you are in the area and you have to leave your car, leave your keys in the car, because he's moving people's cars out of the way so that fire trucks can get to where they need to go to fight the fire. Like, he's out there doing the damn thing, being part of his community. He gives no fuck what trolls on the internet are saying.
No, well, Dennis Quaid, I heard an interview with Dennis Quaid. Fucking Dennis Quaid is at his house he's got a 17-year-old daughter, and he's fucking trying to pack her clothes into his fucking car because she wants a 17-year-old girl is a 17-year-old girl. It doesn't matter who her fucking father is.
Yeah.
Because
and the fact is, it doesn't matter if you're a rich celebrity, you still have irreplaceable shit, and it's still going to be devastating to lose your home.
Right. And the reporter is making fucking stupid jokes to Dennis Quaid, like they're buddies and they're pals, and he's making comments that are references to movies Dennis Quaid has been in. For 13 minutes, though, Dennis Quaid panders, does it with this guy, and because if he says, "Hey, listen, fuck butt, I'm trying to get my daughter's shit out of my house before it fucking burns, so I can get this shit." I
don't think anybody could have been mad at him for that.
And he's mocking basically mocking Dennis. It's like, what the fuck? They're just people.
And then didn't Mel Gibson get on TV with some sort of conspiracy theory?
Oh God, did he? I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
I mean, First Lady Trump, as in First Lady Donald Trump, was out there talking about Gavin Newsom being responsible for the fires because he didn't sign some water thing Trump wanted him to sign, which had nothing to do with anything.
No, but it did have something to do with something. 45 or so.
The fire engines?
The Republicans did not sign a bill that would have given money to build fire breaks back in December, to build fire breaks for states like Texas and California that have wildfires. And it's the same old fucking usual suspect.
Didn't somebody stop? I read, and I don't know if it's true or not, but somebody said that fire trucks were stopped coming into California because they couldn't prove they met California emission standards.
Yeah, well, I think, yes.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
I believe that did happen. They were stopped because they had to be checked, but that happens everywhere.
But also, I would like to say that despite the bullshit coming from this country, firefighters from Canada and Mexico were there.
Yeah,
doing the thing.
That was the other thing I was going to mention. So drones have become the fucking the fucking troll of your Facebook community page. The fucking drones took out one of those big scooper planes.
Yeah,
it hit a scooper plane that scoops water out of the ocean, one from Canada that drops it on fire. Was hit by some fucking private drone and took it out of commission. So there's one. They ought to fucking find that cocksucker, make him pay, and throw his ass in jail for impeding government business.
But can they track where it came from?
I don't know. Who knows? I mean, they could probably, if they were able to find if the drone crashed, I'm sure it has serial numbers and shit. They'll be able
but otherwise, if it just went on its way and the owner got it back. Do you
really fucking need to put drones up in the air at this time? Look at what I got. Look at people's houses burning.
It's my First Amendment right.
That's the other part of that is fuck those Hollywood types and all those people who work in the movie industry. Most people who work in the fucking movie industry are not millionaires. They're fucking electricians,
Well,
and
those
lighting
same people
and
think I'm a millionaire because I'm on the radio.
Yeah,
Like,
those people do not. They live. Not everybody fucking lives in Beverly Hills. And
no,
is
but
part
that's
of the
not a
industry.
story. That's not a story, Wally. The story,
Right.
Bob the Key Grip, lost his house, does not make the headlines.
mhm.
No, the Tina the Best Girl. She's not in. Yeah, they don't. If you've ever been, and I have, and some other people have, if you've ever been on a fucking movie set or a TV set, there are 4 stars. There's 4 people who might have good money, and the rest are fucking, for the most part, blue collar workers who are fucking, fucking driving honey wagons and driving fucking the stars back and forth and fucking getting them their clothes they need and throwing makeup and hair and all that bullshit. It's just, people are fucking dumb. It's like they don't even come from this country. They know nothing except for their fucking 2-block street.
No,
Listen,
Wally, here, listen. Now, when I was on the David Rash program, I can tell you about the Dolly Grip.
people on the internet who would say shit like that are saying stupid shit about everything and everyone because they're miserable in their own lives. They don't have to know facts.
Yeah, well, it is not fact. And they
why
don't
fuck up a good time, Wally?
They don't ever fucking go anywhere.
No.
Now, us 3 here, we've been around, right? We've been places, we've seen things, we've experienced fucking life. We've gone to the edge of shit and challenged ourselves and challenged our thinking, and those things you have to do as a human being if you want to have you have to challenge yourself and challenge your thinking. And these cocksuckers don't challenge anything. This is what somebody said. This is what I believe. That's it. And I fucking feel bad for folks. Once I think that when Trump gets in office, and I hate fucking talking Paul, I think he's going to try to fuck Californians with FEMA money and help.
He's going to fuck the whole country.
I think he is.
With one dick.
Yep.
I don't. Well, he'll have a couple dicks in his cabinet. I hope he doesn't. I hope he does a good job.
Because you want the country to succeed, but fuck that guy.
Right. I want him to succeed. I want him to do the right things and not fucking be puppeted by these fucking morons he's got himself surrounded by. I hope Pete Hegseth, fucking has stopped drinking and doesn't still walk around grabbing women by their fucking ass and smashing his face into their titties. I hope he doesn't do that anymore. I hope he does the right fucking thing. I hope he's still not a homophobe. I mean, hope, and hope.
Yeah, getting more power is going to change him for the better.
I know, but in order to survive it, you have to be fucking positive in some way. You got to find some positive somewhere, because there are people on both sides of this thing. The wokies and the not wokies, or whatever we're calling them, Okies from Muskogee, they're fucking extreme. They're fucking so extreme about how fucking horrible Trump is, or how fucking wonderful he is. He's Christ. It's a scary motherfucking thing. I'm telling you, I'm glad I live where I live. I'm glad I live in the neighborhood I live. I'm glad the people I around. I'm surrounded by normal people. I think most people are normal, even though they think differently. I'm definitely the most liberal person that lives in my neighborhood. But nobody fucking eggs my house or shoots at me or, doesn't invite me to shit.
Well, try putting a pride flag on the front of your house and see what happens.
Yeah, why don't you see how far you can take it?
I don't think anybody would give a shit. Yeah, I really don't. I don't think it would. Now, the people who would give a shit, there are definitely people on the street who aren't my neighbors, who live a mile away, who drive by in their big flag, big American flag, and they're got a pair of fucking testicles hanging off the back of the truck, that kind of thing. Yeah, look at me. I'm so concerned about how small my dick is. I put fucking balls on the outside of my truck too. Yeah, just there are definitely those people here, and I'm sure those people would take umbrage with that kind of thing. But my direct neighbors, they don't give a shit. I mean, they only give a shit about, hey, do you need my fucking neighbor next door? When it snows and I didn't go down and plow out my mailbox, so you have to plow out the mailbox, and I go out to do it, it's already been done. My neighbor next door did it.
Well, that was
So
nice.
I call her up and say, hey, hey, she goes, oh yeah, I went by, I saw it wasn't done yet. I just knocked it out. I said, oh, fucking thanks. That's fantastic. And yeah, just across the river from me, that we have lesbians that live on the street, Jess.
What?
Yes, we have
Waka.
lesbians that live on the street, and nobody cares. I think that stuff people just don't care about too much, at least in my area.
Now, I would like to point out that we had crazy for Nashville snow over the weekend, and Nancy No Hands did not shovel out my driveway.
Nancy No Hands. What about Gabriella Garbage Woman? Did she help out?
Nope, she didn't do a thing.
No help from Gertrude the Garbage Queen.
Neither did Horny Harry from across the street.
You do have some characters in your neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
But now, how about the people? Do you have people on either side of you?
Yeah.
And how are they? Because you haven't had any run-ins with them?
The people on this side of me, it's a Mexican family. They're very nice. I've talked to them one time in the almost 2 years that I've lived here.
See, Jess does have friends that are Mexican, Chris. I told you.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, they're very nice. Actually, when I talked to them, it was because I think we were doing the show then when the bees, we were doing the show because I had, remember the bees that were outside and they were like a huge swarm and I could hear them from inside my house?
Yeah. Weren't they at your knees?
It was their tree.
Chris.
What did you say, Chris?
Wally.
Hey, Jess, did you ask them for their papers though, just to make sure?
No, Wally, I did not.
Wally, see, now you're getting this whole thing where Jess says, oh, she's got Mexican neighbors. She's fine. She's got an armadillo too. It's all good. Not a problem. Meanwhile, I have two words for you, and I think Jess is probably going to agree. She's not going to say it publicly. Okay? But those words are privacy and fence.
Yep.
Okay?
Oh, I'll say it publicly. That shit's 8 feet tall. Are you kidding?
You goddamn right. You know what? She built a fucking wall for the Mexicans.
There was no fence here. Now there's an 8-foot fence.
Exactly. Next to the Mexicans. Finally.
Right next to the Mexicans.
We knew she'd come out for Trump. We knew it would happen.
Look what the Green Guest did. The first thing the Green Guest did was put up a wall.
And comes outside.
But
La
see,
Punta.
That's not to keep out the Mexicans. That's to keep out fucking everybody.
Oh, okay.
Really, though. Really, the truth. Just in case somebody gets the wrong idea. It's really to keep the dogs in.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Before somebody gets the wrong idea on this fucking show?
Yeah.
Good God. We need to clean up our act so we can take over Bob and Sherry's slot now that Bob announced he's retiring today. Come on.
Who's Bob and Sherry?
That.
He doesn't know Bob and Sherry.
How do you not know Bob and Sherry?
I don't know. Who are Bob and Sherry?
Like a 35, 40 year syndicated morning show across the country.
Really?
Oh,
no, I don't know. I don't know them at all. Bob and Sherry.
Wow.
Never heard of them.
Well, all right. Well, I will see how that brand has worked out.
What format?
Anything. They started as AC, but I mean, it's voice tracks drop into whatever format now.
Yeah.
Wow.
By the way, speaking of the snow that we had here, so the snow all fell on Friday, and on Thursday, are you okay, Wally?
Oh, the tea is so hot.
On Thursday, I popped over to the Kroger around lunchtime because I needed to pick up a prescription. I was not panic buying milk. I would like the record to show.
Nobody friendly at the Kroger?
Oh, there was nobody friendly at the Kroger. These motherfuckers, the parking, it was 12, I think it was 12:30, 12:40 when I got there. So middle of a work day, parking lot packed, not a single spot to park in. I had to drive around for a few minutes and wait for somebody to pull out of the parking lot. Finally get a parking spot. I go inside every checkout is open. Every checkout has a line wrapped around the aisles. Now, we were predicted to get 4 to 8 inches of snow. That's a lot for Nashville. But also, after last year's big storm, we got like 40 plows. Like, it used to be 10. So now we have.
You're prepared.
Now we have significantly more. And they actually got out and did some shit this time. But people were freaking the fuck out. And at one point, I was like, while I'm here, maybe I'll pick up some chips and a couple of things. Like, I'm not buying I couldn't have bought bread, eggs, milk if I wanted to, because those things were not available. But so I grabbed some chips and I'm looking for the shortest line, and I'm walking past some people and I'm shaking my head like, y'all act like you're going to be trapped under an avalanche for a month. And so I get to the chip aisle and I'm looking for something specific, and all of a sudden I hear one woman go, "You're the one blocking the whole aisle." And I stopped what I was doing and I looked down, and then I see this 60, 70-year-old woman leaning over her cart that is in fact blocking the whole aisle because she's in line waiting for the checkout.
Right.
And she's going, "Have a nice day." And the other woman, and "Have a nice day. Have a nice," like she's just, and the other woman's getting ramped up. And I was like, oh, there's going to be a fight. This is fantastic.
With a 60, 70-year-old woman?
Yeah. Have a nice day. I was like, that's going to be me.
That is going to be you. Yeah. People have lost their minds in these areas of grocery store or Walmart etiquette. There is none.
It's funny because all of these people in the local Facebook groups are talking about, and you people from the north think it's funny to laugh at us, blah, 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 blah. We don't have the same equipment, blah, blah, blah. And I actually commented on one and I was like, listen, I just watched 2 women almost throw hands at Kroger over a potential for a couple of days in the stuck in the house. Y'all, it's not, obviously we know the difference with the equipment between the people in the north and the people in the south. Yeah. That's not what we're laughing at. We're laughing at the fact that you people act a fool when you're going to be trapped in the house for maybe 2 days. Well, in my experience, it's more like 5 or 6 days. Really? Because the temperature is going to be close to 50 on Sunday. You're not going to be trapped in the house for 6 days.
How much snow did you get, Jess?
Like 3 or 4 inches.
Are you fucking kidding me?
And there's still some snow on my grass right now because my yard is pretty shaded, but it looked like a lot for Nashville. My road never got plowed, but it's completely fine now. But the whole thing is like, okay, so even if you're going to be trapped, let's say that 3 or 4 inches of snow traps you in your house for 6 days. I personally shop for a week at a time every time I go to the grocery store. And not once have I had to wipe out the bread aisle to do that.
No.
Like, what are we doing?
We talk about this every time. The same thing here.
Yeah.
We live in the snow belt.
Yeah.
We get fucking snow all the time, even though we don't have any right now. But
that's because it's down here.
We get some fucking snow. What is this fucking instinct to run off to fucking Walmart or whatever fucking place you're going and buy every fucking roll of toilet paper, every bottle of water, and every fucking thing?
When there was going to be that port strike, the same thing.
Fucking people, people really don't know how shit works. They don't know how the world works. Like fucking future President Trump is talking about how he's going to bring down the price of food by increasing the production of oil. Well, first of all.
And also increasing tariffs on all the places we get stuff from. Yeah.
And getting rid of all the people who pick the food.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So first of all.
You got to take the steps.
What steps are we?
You got to take the steps to make sure that before you can have a positive, you got to have a few negatives. Okay. And Trump is the kind of guy that would create some sort of task force. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
He's big on task forces,
Yeah.
And he's going to create a task force and he's going to call it, Fathers Against Gay Society.
That I believe that would be the fags task
That's
force?
correct. That would be fags.
Yeah.
That's exactly my point.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'd be going around going, and I want to tell you, fags love me. Okay? The fags love me. I created fags. I nurture fags. I
Some
love
of my
fags.
best friends are fags.
The fags love me. Elon's a fag.
Right.
Elon's the head of the fags.
Exactly.
He'll be up there like he was with his, where's my blacks? Where's my fags? Where's my
Exactly.
fags?
Raise your hand, fags.
Where's my black fags? Where are they?
Raise your hand, fags. And I got to tell you, I stole the Fathers Against Gay Society out of an episode of Maude because I could see Conrad Bain sticking his hand up going, I'm a fag. So, yeah.
Oh, that's nice attribution for Maude. That's very nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
A really good attribution.
Everything old is new again.
It is.
It is.
Fags are from all time. Okay?
But I don't know if this fucking guy knows that we don't produce gas and oil. We don't, the government doesn't produce it. Private industry does. And private industry, it is not in their best interest for the price of gas to go down. Because that's his theory, that if we bring down the price of fuel, then it'll cost farmers less to do whatever it is they do.
I can't wait until January 21st when gas is 99 cents a gallon.
We're going to go to other countries. Everything will be fine. Matter of fact, we're going to go to Arabs, the Arabia. We're going to go to Arabia. And then you're going to see a bunch of Arab fags.
I mean, forget Greenland. Why don't we just buy the oil producing countries?
Because
then we're done.
Because
no. All the Arab fags love
more oil than any other country on the planet.
We're going to get free gas. We're going to get free gas. The Arab fags are coming around and they're going to say, Donald, I believe in you. And Donald, I love your country. And Donald, we're against gay society.
And they're going to do it in that accent too.
They better do it in this accent.
They're going to be Regis when they.
Well, look, I'm sorry, my Trump accent isn't on, Miss Prissy bitch. Okay.
Was that Trump?
I'm telling you, I can't do accents anymore. Listen to her.
Well, clearly I can't either, Wally.
No, well.
Well, I think your Trump and your Regis have always sounded similar.
Oh, that's good. And you're a woman who's never seen my Regis. Okay.
Hallelujah.
He's kept his Regis hidden, packed away.
It's a small Regis.
Yeah, well, Regis was always small. So you're good to have one. You can break it out.
It's an egregious Regis.
Oh man!
By the way, I'm inside of the CVS real quick, looking
Again?
for something to put in my fucking eye.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you go to for this particular ailment? Do you go to the nasal congestion section or the eye care section?
The Bausch and Lombs. That's where I am to see what they might have. Because I don't
with that saline solution you squirt in your nose. You can also squirt in your eye, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I don't need gynolotrin.
Probably not going to help you with that ailment.
Oh, speaking of gynolotrin, is that's the women's stuff?
It is.
Yeah. So when I pulled into the Hannaford today, on the ground, 5 open, obviously stolen boxes of the gynolotrin just laying on the ground in one of the parking spaces. Like, that's a lot of fucking gynolotrin. In the same Hannaford, by the way, where I was walking through a year ago and there was gynolotrin open boxes in the bread aisle. I was going
to say, this is not the first time you have brought that up. And I have never once seen or heard of people stealing mass quantities of.
I near took a picture to send to you because I looked, I said, no, because then Jess will just think I've got something wrong with me. And
I would be concerned about your yeast infection, first of all.
Yeah. I don't understand. Well, but this particular store, maybe, I don't know. Do prostitutes get yeast infections more often than non-prostitutes? Maybe.
I mean, when I was a prostitute, how do you know? How do you? I don't know.
I don't know.
Probably.
It may be some information you have. I mean, who knows what information we all have? Might have some. I don't know. I don't know how you get a yeast infection. I thought you got it from wearing tight underwear or something. I don't know. I have no idea.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know if Jesus Christ passes it out. But how do you get? Do you know, Chris? How do you get a yeast infection? Do you know?
From
I don't know.
moisture, Wally.
It's from your favorite Tony Orlando song, Candida.
So it is from maybe wearing. I don't know what it's from, but yeah, maybe it's a well-used woman. Maybe she needs that stuff.
That sounds like an Elvis song, doesn't it?
A well-used woman.
Yeah.
I'm caught in a trap with a well-used woman. Oh, see, these are my notes I took. Then, here was one again. Back to the fires. This bothered me. This woman was doing an interview. My first thoughts go to the animals and how they don't know what's going on and they're all afraid and they don't know what to do. And honey, that's domesticated animals. They haven't got a clue. The wildlife, they know exactly what to do. Run! Wildlife deals with this stuff all the time, but domesticated animals. And then they had a story that did hurt my heart about a fireman walking out of an animal sanctuary with two little baby bears.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
I saw a photo of a Mexican firefighter that had a little kitten that he had rescued, and it was
AI
in his coat.
AI.
That one wasn't AI.
That one was AI.
No, it wasn't.
That's his name. AI.
That was AI.
Well, then they got a lot better. Remember those pictures that were going around from the hurricanes? It was like the little girl with the puppy in the boat and the life jacket.
The girl had like 4 arms and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, those pictures were very obviously AI. And then like a news story went around that was like, oh, hey, those pictures everybody's sharing, those were AI. And I was like, wait, everybody didn't know that? But no, that picture with the Mexican firefighter with the kitten, that wasn't AI. Now I got to find it again.
See, it might not be AI or maybe, but I don't think it was from this. I think that's one of the issues.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe that was it.
People grabbing it and saying that they've got a great picture of something. Again,
this photo isn't from the recent thing. This was posted in 2015.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
See, you can't even trust the
Volunteer
liar.
firefighters from Mexico City helped save a California neighborhood and that super cute kitten from certain doom.
Yeah, that picture, if you reverse image it, it's been out there since 2015.
Fuck it.
See, like, why do people do that shit?
I
Don't make no sense.
And who's doing it? Is it people are trying to think like, that we got to make Mexicans look better? Fucking look fine by themselves. I don't need your help.
I think it makes us look shitty to know that despite as I said earlier, despite the bullshit that Mexico and Canada are getting from our country, they rush in and help us.
Well, so there's the thing that sucks right there, Jess, too. From our country. No, it's not from our country. It's from assholes in our country.
Well, yeah, but those assholes very loudly represent our country to the rest of the world.
Yeah,
I mean, when we're talking about Russia and China, it's not the general populations of Russia and China that are fucking with us.
Hey, listen, if you're going to say China, say it right.
I will not.
China.
I will not say it like that.
China.
I will not.
Was.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't think, all French have, all English have bad teeth and all French smell bad. And, I don't think that. I don't. No.
I believe you're incorrect. I believe that all Englishmen do have bad teeth.
But what I hope is that people from other countries understand that that's a group of people from this country that are assholes, that the whole country isn't made up of assholes.
A lot of other countries think that everyone in America is rich. a lot of other countries, the thing is, Wally, that they let stupid people into all of the countries.
Yeah, they sure enough do.
And I believe the majority of the population of every country is probably stupid people.
Yeah, you may be right. I think the people who are doing probably the best and have the best communities right now are people who have the least amount of access to the internet. I think they're probably doing better than anybody else. And as much as they want to mock the folks, that, oh, look at a third world country, they ain't got no internet there in fucking Iceland or wherever they are. No, they're fucking doing great because they don't have to listen to all this bullshit and get all fooled in this crap.
Okay, here's something I have to share. No, go ahead.
Is the TikTok going away?
I don't think the final ruling has come down yet, but also what I'm hearing is that even if they ban it, if you already have it on your phone, it's not going anywhere. You can still use it, but it won't update. So it may stop working at some point. But also, if you really want to use it that badly, you can put a VPN on your phone and use it, the Canadian TikTok.
Jesus Christ.
I got the American TikTok. I don't know whether you've noticed, has developed into, a lot of tits.
That's what you were saying.
Not on mine.
Well, that's because you're not part of Fathers Against Gay Society.
No, I'm not.
Fathers Against Gay. It's just too good.
So I'm gonna send you this picture.
Do they make a sign? Chris, I'm gonna ask while that picture's coming. Did Mod on the Mod show? Did they make like banners that said?
No. It was Conrad Bain was there saying, "Well, we're part of the group, Fathers Against Gay Society," and B. Arthur says, "Wait a minute, FAGS," and that's as far as it went.
It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Let's see. Where's what you've sent?
I'm looking for it. Hang on.
In the Cheez Messenger.
Jess sent I'm sorry, what is this?
So
is that metric on the left?
Well, that's his mugshot.
No. I'm talking about the numbers. Is that because nothing matches up?
Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know what those numbers are. There is a group, and actually this group exists for hundreds of cities, but it's a group called Are We Dating the Same Guy?
Oh, Christ.
And
centimeters and inches.
Basically, women post a picture of a guy and go, what do you know about this guy? And then other women are like, oh, he's cute. Good luck. I don't know anything. I hope everything goes great with you. Or that's my husband, bitch, back off. And sometimes it's super entertaining and sometimes it's super heartbreaking because you find out that, this guy's been talking to 12 women while his pregnant wife is at home oblivious to the whole thing.
Well, this guy looks like he's been talking to Bubba in a cell. But
this is the thing. The last couple of days, these women have been posting pictures like this. Who's talking to this guy? NET or red flags on this guy? Bitch, what? It's a mugshot. Red flag. What are you doing? Now, I understand that there were some red flags I did not see in my past.
Yahtzee.
But this,
she
come on.
5 6s.
I would have noticed this one. But this is the second guy I've seen posted in this group. And the other one was he's talking to this other girl, but that's because he's in jail and she's going to pay for his lawyer. And that's the only reason he's talking to her. So anybody have any tier red flags on this guy? Bitch, what? What are you doing?
But you know what though? So here's something that I believe. And this is absolutely true, that men, not men, that some of the men that are available are so fucking just no good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? This is news to me. Hold on, let me sit down for this.
This guy is acceptable, right? A guy with a small, a small past, a petty.
I mean, look. you look at this. Clearly, there's ambition. Okay, so you can't write this the fuck off like you would to anybody.
But I think that's
like
what
you've
it is.
known in the past.
It's sort of like the people that they hire at the Kroger and the Walmart.
It kind
They're
of is.
hiring people who can barely walk in some instances, and you know, they wouldn't otherwise hire because the people they have hired who look completely capable of doing the job suck. So then they got to hire the people who otherwise might be working in a workshop somewhere, and they do a great job.
Look, I mean, this guy's made license plates. He's fine.
Yeah, he's got a skill at least.
Yeah.
He can bend metal.
Mm-hmm.
He might be, but that's it. That's clearly, and do you think that's inches and centimeters, or
I think it's too far apart to be inches and centimeters.
you think so?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, maybe it is, maybe it's not. But if it is, you're in a confused area as it is. You don't want this man. Okay. Because that's clearly from Canada or some liberal state. Okay. One of the two.
Yeah, he's.
Yeah, they can't be inches and centimeters.
I don't know what it is. Yeah, I don't.
Do you remember when they used to do that shit on street signs? I remember when I was a kid in downtown Baltimore, it would say Memorial Stadium, 1 mile or 1.8 kilometers.
No.
Oh yeah, they tried. They tried to do it in the early '80s. They tried to make us go over.
Oh, they tried to do it in the '60s and '70s too. When I was in grade school, they tried so hard, and we started getting. They passed.
Did they think we were going to convert to metric at some point?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There was a push across America to do it.
Yeah,
and it just went away.
There was a big push when I was in grade school because do you remember back in the day when you'd go to school and you'd get your first day of supplies and you got pencils and you got a ruler and you got crayons, and when you were in younger school, now you have to bring your own shit, including toilet paper and tissues. They don't give you anything. But I remember they gave new rulers out that had millimeters.
Look, I didn't get a yardstick. I got a meter stick.
Yeah. And that's what they tried. They tried hard, and Americans, in their great American way, fuck that. We ain't doing what everybody else does. Fuck that.
No, it wasn't even that, Wally. Well, it wasn't even that. It wasn't even that. It was fucking people, sitting. Well, 32 degrees ain't hot. That's what people. That's what people were. Yeah, they couldn't wrap themselves around that it was 22 degrees in the summer. Oh, it's fine.
Yeah.
And here we are back to the mass populations being stupid.
So, but that's why the daylight saving time will work, because everyone's like, well, I don't have to reset my clock.
But it's also about getting out and about. So when I worked I didn't know much about the metric system, or particularly Celsius and those measurements, degrees. But when I started working on a way up north, northern New York State radio station, we had to do, when we did the weather, we had to do it in both in Fahrenheit and Celsius, because half of our, maybe even better than half our audience was on the Canadian side of the border.
Mm-hmm. So
in order to be able to, because we're selling over there, in order to attract that audience and get numbers there, you had to do it. Yeah. Here's something weird, guys. I may have said this once or twice before. You actually had to serve the community you were broadcasting.
No, shut up. Never happened.
Fucking you. Wally's liberal bullshit once again.
I actually had, and also had to say, hey, that Tim Hortons coffee is pretty good.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with Timmy's.
Tim Hortons coffee sucks.
Hey, my mortgage person's calling. Can I gotta go.
Well, we can go.
Yeah. We gotta go.
Happy housing.
Bye.
Right.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.